welcome to Monday's live stream. Today is March 25th. I feel like this month has gone by way too fast. It's already like not even a week and it's gonna be April. It's crazy. So as always, if you're watching the playback, feel free to skip ahead. We're gonna spend the first few minutes saying hi to everyone. Also, if you're watching the playback and you want to follow along with chat, there will be a live chat option for the replay. Hi, Beth. Hi, Doll. Hi, Charlotte. Charlotte, to answer your question here, it might be a little bit easier. I do have some of them in the Prismacolor combinations group in my own album there. But not all of them because that's only the ones that I've done with Prismacolor. But for all of them, if you go into the description on this video, my combinations blog link is there, and that's where you can find all of them except for the ones that I've colored this year. I've got to get the last couple months up there when I get a chance. I don't, Doll. Today I have some English breakfast tea. I thought about doing hot chocolate, but I don't know. I've just been craving tea lately. But it's definitely a warm drink day here because it's kind of gloomy. Hopefully the lighting will be okay. Yeah, Beth, today we're going to do a Jasmine Becket girl. Depending on what book we pick, I'm thinking about doing a mini and doing a 5-color pencil challenge. Unless we pick the Mermaid's book because she doesn't really have any mini pages in this one. She's got the kind of bookmark style pictures instead, which I don't think I want to limit those to 5 colors because they're actually probably my favorite in the whole book. So if we pick one of those, we'll color them however. Sorry if the camera shakes. Miss Lilo is laying down on her shelf here. Hi Jessica. Hi Becky. Hi Bella. I hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, definitely. If you guys want to go check out the blog, that's probably the best way to get combinations, I think, because then you can see the pictures and then I write down almost everything on some pictures, not completely everything because there's just too much. But the main combinations, I try to keep track of them. So if you look at a picture and you're like, oh, I like the colors that she used for the hair, then you can look at the records of the colors and just grab that combination. So I figured that'd be the easiest for everyone and then easier access to because you don't have to have Facebook or Instagram or anything. You just have to have access to the internet and it's easy to find. Hi, Rosa. Oh no, Beth, dive on in there. She's one of the smaller ones. They're way less intimidating. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Jody. How's everybody doing this lovely Monday morning? Well, morning for me. Might be different for you. So I'm not sure which one. I'm going to let you guys pick. We're doing a Jasmine girl for sure, but I'm not sure which book to color in, so you guys can help me decide, please. Oh, these ones aren't pocket-sized ton. I meant the... Let's see, you said you have the first one. Yeah, this is the first one. I meant these pages here. See if I can find them. Yeah, these ones. The mini ones. I usually color these ones if I don't want to dive into a big page because I find the bigger ones are intimidating, but the smaller ones aren't too bad. Oh no, Bella. Totally understand that. I didn't sleep very well last night, so I'm quite tired myself, but I think I'm almost like that loopy tired where I'm like really happy and almost like hyper, but still tired at the same time. It doesn't even make sense. Hi, Janice. Okay, so we've got a few votes for the first one and a few votes for mermaids. I think it's gonna be the mermaids book. Oh, now we're tired again. Jessica, I'm not really sure. I would say no. I colored this page here with the ink tints, and I don't know if you can tell in the back, it kind of buckled a little bit, but the part that bothered me was it almost felt like the paper was coming off instantly. Like you get that, I don't know if the camera will show it, but it gets like this little bumpy bit where you put water down, and you definitely wouldn't want to use too much, that's for sure. Does she have, she doesn't really have an extra page to test out colors on, unfortunately. Oh, full color. I was trying to figure out what that meant. Yeah, peeling, that's right. That's what it does. The paper peels a little bit. And it's really annoying. So, me personally, I probably won't use any water mediums in these books again, but if you're really careful and maybe more, like better at watercoloring than I am, then maybe you could make it work. Don't worry, Becky, I am right there with you. So again, I just want to say that I'm not going to be streaming on Wednesday, and I'll probably say it again at the end of the stream just as a reminder for anybody who kind of joins later on. I am babysitting this week, so no stream Wednesday, but I did finally finish the Magical Jungle page. So I will try to have that up for Wednesday for those of you waiting for it. And little spoiler alert, I think it turned out awesome, but I'm going to be mean and I'm not going to show you. You have to wait till Wednesday. Yeah, Bella, this is all of the ones that she has out now, and I believe her next one is an Alice in Wonderland book. Or maybe it's just fairy tales in general. I think it's just Alice. I'm super excited. No, you definitely wouldn't be then, Jody. Yeah, these books don't really, the paper doesn't really like water. It actually, the paper kind of reminds me of, like when you get water on it, kind of reminds me of that cloth paper actually. So, we had a tie in the books. I think there was 4 of you that wanted the mermaids and 4 that wanted the original one. So, because I am not helpful at making decisions, I'm going to go into my Jazz's Arty games, and I'm going to use this to pick one. Because it's the easiest way to do it. So let's see. I want to get rid of that one, and let's see. I want, oh, I don't have hers in here. Okay, well, let's add one then. So we'll go we'll go with Jasmine Becket-Griffith books, and then we can go, let's see, fantasy art, Halloween, and mermaids. If it's Halloween, we'll just go again. Okay, so it's the first one. I'm gonna hop back to chat here. Hi, Robin. Anybody else I missed? Thanks for joining. Ooh, Alana. That's cool, Jessica. That was the very first page that I colored in here. And I actually followed along with a tutorial Shine Bright design, Teo. I think I just colored along for the skin and then kind of did my own thing on everything else. So next time we color in Jasmine's book, we'll definitely do one for mermaids because I've been itching to color in that one too. But we'll go with this one. Too much love. That's cute, Jody. Hi, Casey. Yeah, I definitely recommend these books for sure. How is the lighting? Is it okay? It's like I said, it's kind of gloomy here, so unfortunately my best friend, the sun, is not out. And that's usually what I use as my lighting, so I do have a little lamp here that I could turn on, but don't know if it would help. Okay, actually, I'm gonna hop off chat just for one more second because, like I said, I want to do a 5-color challenge or 5-pencil challenge. So what I do for the little mini pages is I do 5 colors and then I allow myself to use black, white, and skin tones. So I'm just gonna go here, color challenge, 5 colors, go. Oh, that's an interesting one. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but we've got black raspberry, Spanish orange, pink rose, china blue, and moss green. Honestly, I'm not sure what we're going to do with this. So just give me a minute to write these down, and then I'll hop back on chat here. Definitely very interesting colors. Okay. No cheating, Jody. I can't cheat. It's part of the challenge. Bella, it's an app called Jazza's Arty Games. It is a paid app. It looks like this. If I can get that close enough for you to see. So I think it's like $5. $5 Canadian, so it's probably like $4 or like $3.99 in US. Definitely worth it though. I use it whenever I'm indecisive. You can put in custom lists to randomly generate. So I have lists with all my books and stuff in there. If I don't know what I want to color, I just randomly generate a book and then go from there. If I'm really indecisive, I'll just use Google, the number Google thinger to generate a number, and then I'll just color that page. So if you're interested in that app, there's tons of reviews. Definitely look it up. Hi, Lisa. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab those colors out now. So, let's see, black raspberry. Just because I want to kind of see them all close together so we can get a feel for how this palette is going to look. What's the other one? Spanish orange. Pink rose, china blue. I don't use that one very often. I really hate the china blue, so this is going to be definitely a challenge for sure. I don't know if it's the same in anybody else's sets, but my china blue is like chalk. Not even like a good chalky, but it's like no color chalk. Oh, actually I want the black and white too, so I'll grab those. Hi, Night Fear. Anybody else I missed? Thanks for joining. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Neferkit. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Probably not. Yeah, a challenge with a challenge. That's right. It's a double challenge. Okay, so my colors listed down here. Not sure what page we're gonna do. I usually get the colors first and then decide on the page after. Oh, these are very interesting colors. And when I say that, I'm not sure it's a good thing. But that's part of the challenge, I guess. See if we can do something with them, right? No, I haven't, but now I want to. That sounds interesting. Have you? Hi, Heather. Okay, let me just move these out of the way here. Because I feel like that's cheating. I can't do my OCD. I have OCD. I don't know why. Thinking about it bothers me. I don't know, it makes my skin crawl. OCD is not fun, seriously. I know a lot of people make jokes about it. I myself do too, because it's like my way of coping with it, but we will make it work. I've used the China Blue before. It's not my favorite, but... Okay, so let's look at some of these pictures. So I already did this one. That was with a 5-color challenge. All of these minis are done with 5-color challenges. So... Okay, Jody, challenge accepted. I'm going to screenshot that because otherwise I'll forget. Me too, Kathy. Okay, so let me just grab this again. Let's see. This one might be a good one for it, actually. Just trying to kind of picture the colors, but we could have like a black and blue background. She could maybe have, I don't know, like orangey yellow hair. We could do the flower pink. That would be a really good one. None of these other ones are really calling out to me for those colors though. So let's see what other ones there are. Just catch up with chat here. Hi, Loretta. Hi, Candy. Unless I said hi to you already. My mind is going, guys. Don't mind me. Kind of wanted a brighter palette for this one, so I think I'll wait. Yeah, not really feeling any of those. And there's one more set, so let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that first one. That's the one that's kind of calling out to me. So this one here, let me just zoom in. Okay, so how's the lighting? Do we need it a little bit brighter? Because I can, see, I can bring this up. Is that better or worse? Let me know. Oh, I didn't know you were in here. You miss. Lighting is good. Okay, perfect. If the quality is bad too, you can always use the little gear icon on your screen to change it to 720. I'm not sure why it doesn't give me the option for 1080. I'm gonna have to look into that because I know my camera goes into, it's HD, it's 1080 HD. Strange. Okay, so let me just move this little thinger over. So I think I want to start with the rose first. But another thing I'm going to quickly do, as I always do, I like to have a reference page. Just have somebody else's colored image up to look at because it kind of helps figure out the lines and stuff. So I'm going to turn my computer on here. Hopefully it doesn't start singing like last time. Just a minute, we'll get started here. Okay, there we go. So just gonna open up Facebook here. Does anybody have anything exciting going on this week? Go into the Jasmine group. Okay, bye Bella. Hope you have a wonderful day, hon. Okay, so this page is called The Sick Rose. Don't do any buttons. Okay, here we go. This thing is kind of temperamental. Oh, it's spring break already? Yeah, I guess, eh? Wonder when we have spring break here. I'm not even sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull up a picture and I'm going to use it to kind of figure out how I want to do the shading on this rose. So if you're unsure about shading something, that's definitely something that you can do. And I actually recommend doing it because as you kind of copy somebody else's shading and where they put their shadows and stuff, you will actually get better and eventually be able to kind of figure it out on your own. There's not very many people that have actually colored this picture though, so I might be on my own here. Let's just move this here. You definitely could, Beth, and I will write it in my big book of requests. I have one of those. It's a book of requests and I need to get on it. A color project. That sounds interesting, Becky. Oh, that's fun, Robin. That is true, Jody. You could definitely do that too. I suppose we could do that. Screenshot that and I will put it in my book, and then we'll probably do something in between, but after whatever we do in the next live stream after this one, then we'll start that. Or I could just kind of do a little mini series color along depending on if I have the time for it. Well, it definitely sounds exciting. I'm very intrigued. Well, that's good. I actually just finished getting April's color along recorded, so now I'll be able to edit it, thankfully. get that on the go. I'm so behind on everything. Yeah, Becky, I would love that. Please do. So I'm going to start with the black raspberry. Oh, actually, before I start, I'm going to put some paper behind my page. I think I need to start streaming like a half an hour earlier because it always takes like a half an hour to kind of get started. Hi Annette, we are coloring in Jasmine Becket-Griffith's A Fantasy Art Adventure, and we're doing a 5-color pencil challenge, plus black, white, and skin tones. So I'm going to come in with the black raspberry. And I think this part here is definitely part of her dress, so I'm going to assume that this part here is probably flower. So I'm just going to come in and add some shading. I'm going to use this and maybe a little bit of black for the shadows. The only thing about these little images though is that the line work on some of them is so fine. It's a little bit intimidating, but that's okay. And then the fun part about using a color challenge is because now we've only got 5 colors, we need to mix to make more. So these are definitely not colors that I would think of using on my own. So it'll be interesting to see what other colors we can create with them. Aw, thanks, Kathy. Well, I think I can say on behalf of the whole coloring community on YouTube that we definitely enjoy helping. It's the only reason that I've continued to make videos is because everybody said that they were so helpful and because I enjoy making them, so there's quite a little bit of work behind the scenes for sure, but it's worth it. Oh, thanks, Night Fear. That's what we're hoping for. 2 seconds, guys. There's a strange noise coming from downstairs. I just want to make sure it's the fiance and not the little one. Okay, yeah, it's the fiance with the vacuum. Just wanted to make sure the little one wasn't getting into anything. This rose and the folds on it are very confusing. You guys are too sweet. Don't think you guys can hear it on camera, but those two down there are just ridiculous. They're just freaking out. Hi, Tanya. How are you, hun? I'm going to assume that this here is petals too. It's a little bit confusing because the flowers and the folds of her dress look very similar. Suppose I could. 2 seconds. I'm going to try and see if I can search up Jasmine's original image of this. Okay, and her version of it is super light and pale, and the dress is pretty much the same color, so not very helpful actually. So I suppose we are on our own. Actually, in her original too, her other hand's kind of coming out here as well, but I'm not seeing that here. Or actually, yeah, this right here was supposed to be her other hand. Oh well, we're making it a petal. When in doubt, stick with what you know. And you'd think with this being a smaller image too that it would take less time to color, but this will still take anywhere from 2 to 6 hours. Oh, I hope your back feels better, Tanya. That sucks. Oh, Jody. Yours would turn out just as beautiful, if not more. And I'm not just saying that. Okay, bye, Caroline, hun. Enjoy your dinner. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm glad I'm tackling this rose first because this is going to be like the most complicated part of this whole picture. Yeah, she can be a little intimidating, but she's very good at explaining and amazing with pencils. I followed along with her on the Jeweled Octopus from the Mermaid's book, and she used the Holbeins. I don't have those, so I just kind of used the Prismacolors, and I usually, if I'm following a tutorial, I'll usually use my own colors anyways, and then just follow the pressures and the shading and stuff in my own colors. So that's what I did for that one, and she kind of followed very similar to what Jasmine's original painting was, and I don't usually like to do that. I kind of like it to be unique and kind of my own, so I usually always go with different colors. The only time I'll color something the way it's meant to be is in Hannah's fairy tale book, only because there's 2 copies. So one page is going to be the princesses, how they're traditionally supposed to look, and then the other copy is going to be my version of them. Yeah, you definitely should, Beth. She did a great job with it. So this does look a little confusing for now. I think I'm definitely going to come in with the black just to make some of these shadows darker. And for the most part, I'm just kind of going in wherever. I've got no reasoning behind this. I'm just adding shadows just to add shadows. These flowers are or petals. I always call them flowers. This is a flower. It has petals, and the petals are very confusing. Okay, I'm going to imagine that this is kind of part of the stem. Let's do a little bit more shading here, and then I think it's a good enough layer for that for now. I definitely agree, Beth. One thing that I like to do, I have the Cam Scanner app on my phone, and it kind of acts as a scanner. It's actually also what I use to take my finished pictures, because you can lighten it up without changing the color. So the colors are actually more like how your eye sees it, which is pretty awesome. So if there's any pages like this where I want to do it again, I'll use that cam scanner to scan it into my phone, and then at least I have it later on if I do find a way to print it. Yeah, that's awesome, Charlotte. Aw, bless them, Jody. They have good taste at least. Hi, Janny. How are you, sweetheart? Okay, so I'm going to grab the black now, and I only want to put this in where I think it's going to be the darkest. Actually, I'm just going to grab the black raspberry again, and I think that would have a bit of shadow on it there too. And then back to the black. Come in, kiddo. What's up? You having fun with Daddy? Yeah.
It's so much garbage like down here, behind the chair.
Behind the couch, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because they don't get moved for a long time.
And check what my
What?
The little toy melt was broken.
Oh, that's not good. Were you able to fix it or no?
No, it was just garbage. But then I break it in little parts. Then my dad throw it in a bathroom.
Oh, that's silly.
Like in the bathroom, not in the garbage.
Oh, in the vacuum.
Mhm.
Got you.
Why my timer right there?
Oh, I used it to open the door this morning.
Then why is it like upside down?
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, either way, it's still the same way. You're silly. Hey, door please. Thank you.
Hi guys. Have a nice day.
Hey,
Love
everybody
you.
loved your video too. I've got more comments to read for you. I'll read them to you later, okay?
Oh. Thank you to Lord My Bee Hero died.
He says thank you for loving his video. Thanks, kiddo. Love you.
Love you. I don't need my timer for a moment.
Go ahead, hon. Yeah, he was quite tickled over that. I was reading him all the comments that everyone left him, and he just had a smile from ear to ear. So cute. Okay, I think I'm liking that. I'm just gonna come back in with the black raspberry a little bit here and there. Yeah, he's always got to come in and say hello. It's funny because the whole time I was editing the video, he's like, what are your friends saying? Do they love it? I'm like, honey, they haven't seen it yet. It's like, why not? He thinks it's the same as live streaming. There's a couple times in there where he was pretending to talk. I think I kept one of them in where he's like, oh, thank you. So cute. Hi, Susie. Apologies, I swallowed wrong there. Hi, Susie. Just trying to choke myself here, apparently. Okay. So I think this may seem strange, and it might not work, but I'm hoping it does. Let's pull that down a little bit here. Okay, I'm going to take the Spanish orange, and I'm going to start putting that in kind of a little bit over the black raspberry, and then coming up. I'm using a really light pressure. I don't want too much of this in here. I just want a hint of yellow to the flower, I think. I'm mostly keeping it towards the shadows, but in some areas I will bring it out a little bit. Just to kind of blend in with the pink, because I think that's going to be the main color of this flower. I'm quite proud of him. He did amazing. What you doing, sir? You giving me them grumpy eyes? See, I'm just going to switch to the black raspberry again. I think this one kind of folds a little bit. Got a little bit of a shadow there. And then back to the Spanish orange. Oh, Mini Boss should. He should make a video. It would be the cutest thing ever. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you're in pain, Susie. I hope you're feeling better. Jenny, this is Jasmine Becket-Griffith, a fantasy art adventure. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Night Fear? Definitely makes it look really interesting. I'm almost debating on whether I even want to burnish this or not, because I'm kind of liking the toothy look of this. But knowing me, I probably will burnish it because I'm kind of OCD like that. What's wrong, bud? 2 seconds. We need another chair in here, don't we? Or you want? Oh, you want water? Okay. Hold on. Sorry about that. Didn't realize the kitties were out of water. Okay, I think that's looking good so far. Okay, Beth. That's not a problem, hon. Real life first. You can always watch it back if you need to. Oh, that's so cute, Jody. That's what Carbon does too. That's kind of where I got the idea from. Yeah, they definitely do, Janny. Apparently he's quite thirsty. He's still drinking. He's a temperamental cat. They've usually got water 24/7. Sometimes it runs out and I don't realize, but they let me know right away. But he will sit and wait in the bathroom for somebody to turn the tap on and let him drink water that way. He likes to stick his head under the tap and drink fresh water. He's a very picky cat. So now I'm going to come in with the pink rose. And I'm going to bring this in pretty much everywhere. So on this bit, I'm going to use it to burnish. And then here, I'm going to bring it in from the edges, but then I'm going to fade it out. I want the very tips to be kind of like a really white, light pink. So I'm just going to fade the pink out and I'll go back over those ones with the white. I try and do that on every edge that I can. This is Pink Rose Night Fair. I'm glad it's not just me, Loretta. Yeah, I think so too. He likes the running water too, though. As soon as the tap is turned on or as soon as somebody's in the shower, he's right in the bathroom with them. Hi, Connie. Hi, Lou. Thank you. We're doing a 5-color challenge, and the colors were very interesting, to say the least. But I think so far we're making it work. Oh, camera might shake. Stitch is gonna jump up on the shelf, I think. Are you going up or you staying down, huh? It is, isn't it, Charlotte? I was a little bit worried about doing that, but I thought it would add a little bit more interest. I really need to start listening to my gut more often. I always second guess myself, and then that's when it usually ends up bad. Oh, there he goes. He's jumping up now. Okay, you lay down, sir. Me too, Lou. I get like that too, Jody. I'll watch somebody color a page and then I automatically want to go color it. Like Sammy with her Unicorn Girl, I cannot wait for my book to come in because I'm going to do that first thing. I think I'll make some changes so it's not completely the same as Sammy's, but oh my goodness, it's turning out amazing. I can't wait to see what she does with the background. Okay, Mr. Flicky Tail, you're shaking my camera. What do you see up there? I think the birds are in the trees hiding from the rain. And he can see them. I agree, Loretta. You should take a break and color. That sounds like a good plan. Why does May not like mixing orange with things? And to be fair, the Spanish orange is more yellow than orange though. I'm not sure this would have turned out the same if it was more on the orange side. It might still be okay. It'd be a little bit more, well, orangey really. Be more orangey. Hi, Joey. Thank you. Thanks, Beth. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. I just kind of like mixing colors. Sometimes it turns out good, sometimes it doesn't, but It's definitely worth it to try because you can never have enough color combos. But this is going in my combinations book, I think. And that's another reason why I like doing the 5-color challenges. That's how I come up with a lot of my combinations, actually, is just by randomly forcing myself to color with pencils. That's going to be me for the next 4 days, Becky. I'm watching my friend's kiddos. Her oldest is the same age as Carbon, and the younger one is, I think, just turned 2 or going to be 2. He's so cute. So yeah, I'm not going to be getting much done either. The Jazz's Arty Games, Beth? 2 seconds. Let me hop off. See if I can find it here and grab the link for it. Oh, it's actually got an update. Cool. I'll have to do that. Okay. I don't know if you have Android or iPhone, but that's for the Android. It might take you, I don't know. Hopefully it'll take you to it. I don't have an iPhone, so that's the only link I can grab, unfortunately. Yeah, Lou, this is another limited palette. So the colors that we got were Black Raspberry, Spanish Orange, Pink Rose, China Blue, Moss Green, and then I allow myself to use black and white for different depths of the colors as well as skin tones. Oh, I am, Charlotte. It's going to be a blast. They came over yesterday, so that way the boys could see the house and get familiar with it and stuff, so that way it's not like they're just being dropped off at a random place and just left. So their mom came over yesterday so they could play and stuff, and her oldest and Carbon actually go to preschool together, so they already know each other, and they just had a blast. $2.99, yeah, that's a really good price. It's $4.99 for me, but that's what you get for being in Canada, I suppose. But yeah, definitely worth it, because once you have it, you have it. As long as you don't like it, lose your email or anything. See, I was gonna leave some of these, the tips of these white, but I think I'm just gonna color them in with the pink. I think the pink is light enough that I can kind of get away with that. So I'm just gonna go back in and color the tips. There we go. So there's part of the rose done. Pretty much most of it, except for the stems. I'm not really sure what color I want to do her hair. Hiding from the hubby, I suppose, Becky? Definitely Night Fear. You definitely should. You can always try it out on a separate piece of paper too, which I don't usually do, but would probably be smart to do. Oh, you're funny. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I've got my whole art room to hide things in. Hi, Dev. How are you? Hi, Cassandra. Thank you. 4 in the morning. Oh my goodness. You either need to get to sleep or get to work would be my guess. Depending on if you're still up or just woke up. It's always Dev's fault, isn't it? Those enablers, I tell ya. Bad news. Okay, so I think the only thing I'm really certain of now is her dress. So I'm going to move on to that. So I'm going to take my China Blue and the Black Raspberry. Hi, Nick and Tina. What are you doing up at 4 in the morning, Cassandra? I'm going to start with the Black Raspberry. And I'm going to kind of use this as a shadow color, so I don't want too much. Is that hair or I think this is dress? So I'm just going to pop this in where I think would be shadowed. And again, the folds of her dress are very confusing, so just kind of wing it. Okay, so I think that's good for the shadow. Then I'm going to come in with the China Blue, and let's go in over top of that. I'm going to bring it up and kind of fade it out. I want her dress to be fairly light, I think. Back here, though, it's probably just going to be completely colored in with the blue. It's going to be pretty dark because of this. I'm assuming it's a worm. If the rose is sick, I'm going to guess it was a worm. Oh, yeah. Because it says, "A rose thou art, or O rose, thou art sick, the invisible worm that flies in the night in the howling storm, has found out thy bed of crimson joy, and his dark secret love does thy life destroy." So that is, this page is actually inspired by that poem by William Blake, which is pretty cool, actually. Connie, sorry, just seeing that now. This is A Fantasy Art Adventure, Jasmine Becket-Griffiths. Yeah, that's the first one. Okay, Beth, drive safe, hun. Oh, and I just realized we've got a little bit of her dress right here too, so I'm going to switch back to the black raspberry. And just pop a little shading in there too, and then back to the China blue. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear you're feeling better, Dev. Okay, now coming in with the white. Start off in the highlight areas, and then I'm going to blend into and over top of pretty much everything, I think. I want her dress to be fairly light, like I said, so everything except the darkest shadows. So this little bit back here, I'm just going to very lightly go over that, not with too much white. I don't want to lighten it up too much. Same with this bit here, just a little bit going over it. Don't want to lighten it up too much either. And then same with this bit here. I want that to be fairly dark. Yeah, I noticed that you weren't streaming. I wasn't sure why, but I kind of assumed as soon as you said that you hate migraines. I figured that was the issue. Why are you licking the shelf, you weirdo? Cats are so fun. I love when they sniff at something and then, I don't know, it's like they get dust on their nose or something and then they open their mouth and make that really funny face. We call it dust face. It's hilarious, but he just did that. He looks so cute. It's okay, Connie, lurk away. Now I'm kind of wondering if I want to make her hair somewhat match her dress or not. Oh, camera might shake. Stitch is moving around. What are you doing? No, you can't touch the pencils. Those are mine. Good boy. Okay. Let's do... Oh, welcome back, Robin. Yeah, dust face. I don't know if there's an actual term for that, but that's what we've always called it ever since I was little. That's what my mom always said. Okay, let's skip on to the stem here. So I'm going to come in with the black raspberry. I'm just going to throw some shadows in here. And then I'm also going to come in with the China blue, kind of over top of that in some areas, not over everything, but just a little bit here and there. And then Cassandra, I'm in Canada. It did, didn't it, Robin? It actually didn't take too long. So now I'm going to grab the moss green and I'm just going to go over that. and maybe fade it out a little bit. We'll throw a little bit of yellow in there too, just for a little bit of color. This little bit is going to be fun when doing the background. And then I'm going to switch to the Spanish orange, and I'm just going to come in and just touch this in kind of where I want the highlights to be, I think. It's a little bit too bright for me though, so I'm going to come back in with the moss green and just slightly go over it again to make it more like a yellow green rather than a bright yellow. Ooh, Australia. I want to visit there, but I don't like planes, so I don't think it'd be a good idea for me. Okay, what next? Let's see here. Okay, let's tackle those stockings, I think. I'm going to make them kind of a lighter version of her dress. So I'm going to start off with the China Blue in at the shadows. I'm going to go really light though. So she's pretty much just going to have a shadow on either side of this leg here that's underneath. And just to darken up those shadows, I'm going to grab the black raspberry again. I'm going to tuck some in behind her leg here. Again, just really light pressure, maybe behind this toe, and then right underneath where this top leg crosses over, we'll throw a little bit of that in there too. And then right here. Tanya, we're kind of working with limited pencils here. I could use the pink rose and the Spanish orange, and maybe a little bit of the black raspberry for that, but those colors we used mostly on the rose, so I'd be worried that it would kind of blend in a little bit too much. Oh, Jody. I assume you just got out of chat jail, huh? Sorry, Stitch is up on the shelf again. Do you want out? Huh? Do you want out of the room? Or are you good in here? Huh? Stitch, I'm talking to you. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm thinking kind of just black and blue for the background to make it dark, but I'm not really sure. These pencils are really, really tricky to work with. Okay, I'm going to take the pink rose now, and I'm going to pop this in quite heavily over top of our blue. Kind of bring it out, and actually I think I might use these colors for her hair too. Make her hair match her stockings maybe, I don't know. So the only thing with limited color palettes is there's not much variation in the colors, even with mixing. Depending on what time, I might be able to be there too. It's been a while since I've been to one of your streams. Thanks, Dev. And then I think from there, we're just going to come in with the white. And I'm going to use that in the highlight areas and just blend it into the pink. Maybe just kind of going over pretty much everything, I think. Hey, do you want outside, kitty cat? Come here. Oh, what's your tail? Come on. Why are you looking at me like that? Aw, come here, pretty boy. Come on. Come here, kitty kitty. You don't want out, do you? Thanks, Robin. Okay. I don't know. No, I think I'm thinking more yellow for her. For her hair. So let's grab the black raspberry. We'll come in on this worm here. Imagine he needs to be pink, right? Pink worm. So I'm just going to touch that black raspberry in. I'm going to go in over top of it with the pink rose. And then I'll probably go over it with white just to lighten it all up. Thanks, Jody. Yeah, she has been for a while now, hasn't she? I think like complete coloring break, complete internet break from what I remember. I watched the video a while back. Or maybe just her announcement video of that she was thinking about it. I can't quite remember, but yeah, pretty crazy. Just close the door quick here. I'm very, very stuck on what to do for her hair. I'd like to keep it really light. I know that much. Okay, I'm gonna start with a little bit of black raspberry. really going to make her hair look realistic, I don't think. Just going to make it look kind of blocky. But for now, I'm just going to touch in. Is this part of her hair too? Yeah, it must be. So now I'm just going to touch in the shadows. I'm going to go a little bit darker back here. I'm pretty much just going to add some lines in over top of the lines that Jasmine already has in here. Maybe add a few of my own. I don't know, the least colors I've used is green. I don't think we want her to have green hair. Other than the green, I think we've used quite a bit of the colors. Add a little touch of this just kind of throughout her hair, just really lightly. And that will hopefully give us the dimension without making it too dark. Then I'm going to grab the pink rose, or yeah, let's grab the pink rose. I'm going to come in with this fairly heavy. I'm going to go in over top of that black raspberry. It's kind of like a firm pressure, not hard enough to burnish the page though. Okay, and then let's grab the Spanish orange and just really lightly go over everything. See how that looks, and then maybe we'll use the white just to kind of make it look a little bit more pastel and blend everything together maybe. Let's go over again with the pink rose, just really lightly again, just to knock back some of that yellow a little bit. Oh, I apologize if I missed anything. I was in Top Chat. Did not realize that. I think we'll do that for her eyes, Night Fear. Make her eyes a little bit darker. I want her to look a little bit more pastel since she's kind of, I don't know, I've got this thing with doing fairies in lighter colors usually. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with the white, going in the same direction that the hair is going. I'm just going to use this to burnish and blend everything together. Pushing fairly firm, really get that white in there. And I think what we might do is we might go over that with a Posca pen after to make it even lighter. So I think for her wings, I want to make her wings kind of match her stockings here because I really like that, how that color turned out. So I'm going to grab the China Blue. I'm not going to worry about all these little spots. They'll either be white or black after. I'm just going to come over with a Posca pen later on in the finishing touches. Add just a tiny bit of the black raspberry in on this top wing. Maybe just a little bit behind her arm on this bottom one too, just to kind of make it cohesive. Thanks, Beth. Thank you, Charlotte. Like I said, I kind of have, coming in with the pink rose now, I kind of have a thing with keeping fairies to like light pastel colors. Unless they like look like gothic fairies. But she looks pretty innocent to me, so I want to keep her colors super light. She actually kind of reminds me of a little girl. I don't know, just the way her face is, I think. Okay, and then we're going to switch to the white for that too, making sure that it's clean. And we'll just go in over everything here. Oh, that is so sweet. Yeah, they definitely, the way their minds work is amazing, but they also have no filters. Okay, I'm going to zoom in as much as I can here. That's probably it right there. We can tackle her eyes and her lips. Thanks, Elaine. And hello, I don't think I've seen you in chat. If I already said hi to you, then just hello again, I suppose. So many people in and out, it's hard to keep track of. So just a big hello to everybody that I might have missed. Okay, to go along with that kind of innocent kind of look, I kind of want to add makeup to her, but I don't want it to be too dark. So Although she would look really pretty with blue lips. Yeah, kids can make things awkward so fast without even knowing. Like in person, I am not very good socially. I am a very anxious person and I feel very awkward talking to people I'm not very comfortable with, and it takes me a long time to get comfortable with somebody too. So Carbon will run right up to strangers and then I'm forced to talk to them too, and oh my goodness, I don't know if he helps my anxiety or makes it worse. But he's so sweet and kind-hearted. He just wants to talk to everybody and he makes people's days wherever we go, so I just kind of deal and put on my big girl pants and talk to people. I think let's start with the eyes. And I'm going to start in with the black raspberry. Her eyes are really tiny. So let's just add a touch of this. And then I want the denim blue. I'm going to go in over top of that, and I'm going to bring this blue out. Try and fade it out a little bit if I can. This is really delicate. Okay, and then I'm going to grab the moss green and I'm just going to go over all of that. Just kind of lightly, not too firm. I don't want her eyes to be too much color. I'm kind of noticing that I kind of like to take the white and I like to go back in and kind of mute the color. Otherwise, I'm finding their eyes look kind of weird, too bright almost. Then we can also come in with our black, and I'm just going to color in her pupil. Should sharpen that first because that is an accident waiting to happen. Thanks, Charlotte. Thanks for stopping in, hon. I hope you have a wonderful day. While I also have the black, I'm going to take it very, very lightly, and I'm going to come in on both the top and the bottom little bits of her eye here. And then I'm going to sharpen and clean up my white, and I'll go in and kind of blend that in just so there's a little bit of color to her eyes. Don't want them to be completely white. I want a little bit of gray shading in there. Hey Jody, what part am I missing on her face, aside from her skin and lips? Still on the fence on whether to do her lips a really pale pink or blue. I wonder if the blue would look weird. It would tie in with the background because the background will be probably an ombre from black to blue to maybe even like pink. Joe, do you think blue too? Let's do it. Let's do blue. Let's throw a little bit of... No black raspberry. Let's just go in with the blue. Her lips are super tiny. I'm just going to make it really dark at the bottom and just fade it up as much as I can. As carefully as I can. Oh my goodness. And then I'm going to come in with the white and just go over top of that to knock it back a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Good call on the blue. Thanks, Connie. So we've only got about 15 minutes left, so we could probably get the background started, and then I'll probably just finish this on a pre-recorded video because there's really not going to be much left to do, but let's come in with the background and let's see, I'm just trying to decide if I want to do the top dark or the bottom dark. I think the top. We'll start with the top dark, and my reasoning behind that is because her hair is so light that going in with darker colors behind it is going to make it look even lighter, whereas our ending colors are going to be kind of like the pink and white, and that's going to blend in too much with her hair. So I'm just going to make sure we're in frame, and then I start taking the black and I'm going to start coloring in. I don't have to be too careful because I'm going to be going over the borders of this with acrylic paint once they're all done, so yeah, very sassy. I like that. I've got this thing lately about unrealistic lip colors, especially on mermaids and now fairies. So I want this to be solid black down to about here, I think. So I don't want to go right in and burnish this, so I'm just going to use kind of like a medium firm pressure, and I'm just going to continuously go over until the page can't take it anymore, and I'm going to call that black. Even if it's more gray than black, that's okay. Exactly. I think that's why I'm more comfortable putting unnatural lip colors on mermaids and fairies, because they're not really real to begin with. I'm also just going to color over these butterflies. I'll come back in later on and pop them back in. I'm thinking maybe with pinks and purples. Can we add different colors? In the final details, I think we can add whatever colors we want. Color pencil wise though, we've got to stick to these colors. Yes, I will allow myself to do that. So I'm going to make kind of a long fade here. It's going to be really gradual. And that's just to mix our blue into, so that way the fade doesn't look so sudden. Joey, just because I haven't really decided whether I want her to be pale or I'm not really sure where the skin is going. And another reason is just because we've been using the same colors throughout the whole picture. So I'm just using those colors rather than pulling more out at the moment. That's really the only reason why. Normally I would do skin first usually, but yeah, I don't really have a reason other than that. I think that fade is probably good enough. Hi Dorothy, how are you, sweetheart? Yeah, no problem. This probably would have been smarter to actually do the skin first, because then there's less chance of getting color, and I have a little bit of the black raspberry in on her cheek there, but that's okay because she'll have a little bit of blush anyway, so I'm not too worried. Let's see right about here. I'm just gonna put that fade in first, I think. Aw, that's okay, hon. Work and lurk away. I'm doing quite well, actually. Quite happy today, even though it's kind of dreary outside, and I didn't sleep very good last night, but for some reason I feel great. So definitely cannot complain there. I think it's maybe because the little one crawled into bed with us last night, and I woke up snuggled up beside him, and that is a great way to wake up in the morning. Well, that's no good. Yeah, the dreary weather is definitely not nice. I could do with some sun. That's about the only thing that would make today better. Okay, I'm going to switch to the China Blue now. And I'm going to start quite a ways up into the black. This is Jasmine Becket-Griffith's A Fantasy Art Adventure. It's her very first book. Just gonna keep working away at that blend until it looks fairly seamless. I believe so, Dev. Although I haven't heard anything on that. That's the last I heard. Haven't heard of a release date or anything. But I love Alice in Wonderland, so I'm super excited to see the pictures from that, and I will definitely be getting it when it comes out. But I think it should be due anytime this year, I think. I'm so excited. I think I'm going to start fading this out right around here. Again, I'm going to do kind of a longer fade on this as well. See, and this is where you can kind of see that chalkiness I was talking about in the China Blue. It doesn't lay down quite like the other pencils. It's a beautiful color, but it's got a weird lay down to it. I haven't, but that name sounds really interesting, so now I'm curious. I reckon so too, Dev. Makes me think of John Wayne, reckon. Yeah, I think she's got quite a good fan base, and then throwing in a fairy tale book like that, I think will definitely market really well. The same thing on this side. I'm going to kind of start in and go up into that black. And I'll bring that up a ways. Woohoo! Way to go, Jody. And thank you. Oh, really? That sounds really interesting. I'm going to screenshot that. I'm going to look into that. I think, now that I've got the background in here, I think I have a better idea for her skin, and I think I am going to do it really pale. I think it would be really suiting for the colors we have in here. I'm not sure if we might be able to get the background done. And then, like I said, I'll just put up a short video on the finishing touches and skin and whatnot. I might even be able to have that done by Wednesday too, we'll see. Because like I said, the background for Magical Jungle, the one that we were doing on stream, I finally got that recorded, so I'm hoping for it to be up Wednesday, because I don't stream on Wednesday. So I'll try to have this done for then too, but we'll see. Don't want to bite off more than I can chew here. But for the most part, I've got all my other stuff done, so... I think I want to bring the blue down. We started fading it off up there, so not too heavily. I think I want to bring it down just a little ways past the rose, just because the next color is the pink. So I don't want it to be the same color pink that we have on the rose, so I'm going to put a little bit of this blue down just to kind of turn it a little bit more purple than pink. I kind of figured so. That's exciting. Definitely be on the lookout for that. The whole coloring community is going to explode, so I'm sure we will know. So I'm just going to come in with pink rose, and actually I'm going to come in on this side first. So I'm going to pop this into the blue, kind of blend it up a little ways. Do the same here. Sorry guys, just had to move something there. And I bumped the camera, I apologize. Thanks, Janny. Okay, bye, Jody. Thanks for stopping in, hun. Hope you have a wonderful day, and give Mini Boss a big hug for me. So I think I'm just going to take this color all the way down to the bottom. Oh, sorry. Come on in, kiddo.
Chico wanted Amy to, the Chico meowed in a bank down chill. It'll meow because it would really tear.
Oh, okay. Thank you for letting them in then.
Welcome.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, Robin. Enjoy your baby time. Thank you, Joey. And I think that's actually where we're going to end it. So let me just zoom out here. Smaller than postcard size, Janny. I could give you an exact measurement here. It's not very big, that's for sure. So it's about 5 by just under 4 inches. So yeah, they're quite small. So this is where we're going to end it, and as I said, I will put out, I'm not sure quite when yet, I'm going to try for Wednesday, but I will put out the rest of it on a recorded video, and there's really not much left to do. I think I'm going to take a blender pencil to the background just so it doesn't look quite so choppy, and we'll just do the skin and finishing touches, and then it will be done. And again, I don't stream Wednesday, so my next stream day will be the 1st of April. That's pretty cool. I get to stream on April Fools. Be on the lookout for pranks, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I probably wouldn't be able to think of any. Yes, Janny, you need this book. Everybody needs this book. It's so pretty. Her girls are just beautiful. They're so gorgeous. And I used to not like the looks of them. The eyes kind of were a turn off for me, but they've definitely grown on me, and now I'm just intimidated to color them. All right, everybody, thanks for joining, and I will see you Monday or probably throughout other people's streams. I'll hopefully be at Dev's later today, depending what time he streams, and I should be able to make it for Nick and Tina's, although I always say that and then something comes up. So I will see you guys around. Have a wonderful day or evening or night wherever you are, and see you next time. Bye!